duckling. Gather around. It's so nice to see you, dear. Well. You have arrived on a rather special night. We were just sitting around reminiscing about old times. Oh, but who am I, you ask? Well, my friends, you are fortunate enough to be meeting me, the world-famous painter, poet, author, actor, lover, and artiste extraordinaire, Wolfgang Gellam at your service. I did not expect that. But where are my manners? These people, of course, need no introduction. Give a round of applause to the heroes of legend! You, my friend, get a special round of applause. The man who gives us beer! Well. I'll tell you what. We shall play a game. You all, I am sure, have read my many fabulous books in which I chronicle the legendary exploits of our heroes. And therefore, I shall ask you questions. Little trivia questions about our heroes. A trivia night in a bar. That can catch on. I shall ask you questions. If you are successful in answering all 4 questions, I will give you a surprise. Let's get started. I'll ask you questions, and on the count of 3, you can shout out your answers. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3! Yes! Good answer. All right, then. This here is Amrin Adnelis, the clever rogue. Now, rogues, as you know, are masters of certain skills that allow them to escape trouble. Skills such as lock-picking, or disguise, or even brutal honesty.
My mother wishes that I was a girl.
But what special skill has Amrin mastered that makes them invulnerable to almost any trap or danger? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3!
Shoe!
What was that loud bellowing one?
Tying his shoe.
Yeah! Anyone can tie a shoe with laces. This here, of course, is Alaris Gozier, the powerful wizard. Now, wizards, as you know, are very learned, and they study their magic in certain schools of magic. For example, the school of transmutation, or the school of necromancy, or the school of illusion. But what school of magic did Alaris study and thus gain her powers? 1, 2, 3! What was that? Yes! The power of transformation. Specifically, she is able to transform into what?
Cats.
Ah, yes! Transform into cats.
Dolores, you've got to clean your litter box.
Later.
This here, of course, is Ovis Brius, the wise monk. Monks are incredibly disciplined and have spent their life studying a particular martial art, such as the way of the fist or the way of the drunken master, or maybe even the way of the tree. But what martial art did Ovis study more than any other? 1, 2, 3!
What was that? The Earthworm.
Yeah! The way of the Earthworm. I did. And finally, my friends, the Cacus, the noble paladin. Now, a paladin, as you know, is a holy warrior who has taken... a holy warrior who has taken an oath such as always protect the weak and defenseless, or always be in bed before sunset, or never eat dairy or meat. It's cruel. But what oath did Lysanthir take? 1, 2, 3! Yes! The oath of sobriety. Yes, fortunately all the beers are so watered down you didn't have any alcohol. Well, my friends, you have answered the questions correctly, and therefore I shall allow you first to remember what we said. This is
Amrad Nellis, and I always tie my shoes to escape dangerous situations.
And I am Alaris, the wizard, schooled in the art of transmutation, specifically that of becoming cats.
I'm Ovis Brius. I have practiced the martial arts, the way of the Earthworm.
And I'm Lysanthir Cacus. And I have an oath of sobriety.
Natural business.
well. I promised you a surprise if you answer all the questions. And the surprise is, I shall favor you with a brand new Volothamp Get Armed story! In fact, it is the true story of our most recent heroic exploit. Now I warn you, from time to time, our heroes, as stunning as they are, needed to rely on luck. Sometimes fortune favored them, and sometimes fortune frowned upon them. In order to replicate that sense in my story, from time to time, one of you shall roll this ridiculously large 20-sided die. And the roll of the die shall determine the success or failure of our hero. Well then, sit back. It is time for a tale. A tale of adventure, of danger, of mad wizards, of maniacal demons, of horrible weather, of dungeons and dragons! My tale begins in the large, cavernous belly of a giant whale, where our heroes have languished for 3 days.
The smell, it's driving me crazy. It makes me hungry.
I'll cut you another piece of stomach tissue.
Oh, Lysander, be careful. We mustn't harm it too much.
Thank you.
I shall not eat at this time. I'm too ashamed of our current predicament.
Ashamed. Ashamed to be with your best friends, even though we happen to be in the belly of a large beast. Ashamed.
Dolores, I'm not ashamed of being with you three. I enjoy your company, of course. It's just, we're 2 days removed from our quest. We should already be back to Allentown with the quail's egg. And yet here we are, inside the belly of a whale, soon to be digested.
Well, if any luck, this whale is headed towards Allentown.
It is certainly true that this seems to have diverted our path, but if I have learned anything from my people in the Earthworm Monastery, it is an honor to be devoured by something larger than yourself.
Yes, of course. Otis, but you know your true calling is to be devoured by the largest creature imaginable. And whilst this whale is large, there are far larger that could eat you and give you your demise of opportune fate.
But this is a nice taste of it, at least.
As much as you believe in being digested, regurgitated, and reborn in the way of the earthworm, it's something I need to tell you about, my personal story. And that is that I was raised in a village of dwarves. A village which was devoured, leaving me the only survivor, by a large dragon who digested and eventually put out my fellow villagers in small pellets.
I have heard that it is true that dragons, above all else, enjoy dwarves who are capable of turning into felines.
It is true. Somehow they are satiated by the taste of feline fur, the whiskers, the whatnot.
Lars, I'm sorry. I did not know. This must be terribly traumatizing for you.
I just don't want to end up like the others. We must get out of here.
At that point, as if to underline her danger, the belly of the whale began to rock ominously.
Is that sunlight? The blowhole? Come, if we align ourselves into a thin pyramid, we should shoot right out at the right time.
Wait, Otis, not all of us are as adept as you at becoming so slithery and going through holes.
I think you two might fit through there fine. You're very agile. I'm more of a tank.
Listen, between your glowworm capabilities and my ability to transform in a slender feline, yes, the two of us should be able to make it out.
And then, with your shoelaces, you can leave us one end, we'll drop down the other, and we can pull the rest of you out.
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong? Suddenly, the blowhole opened. But were they successful in escaping, or were they not? If you... Yes, you. If you roll above a 11, they shall successfully escape. But if you roll 11 or below, their plan shall fail. 12 or above, they escape the blowhole. 11 or below, they fail. Roll the dice! A 7, my friend! Sorry.
You go first. I shall latch onto you with my claws.
I'll just wait here then, shall I?
Hold this! Look, I see the hole. It's emerging right over there. You can fit through, can't you?
Oh, yes. All right. I shall go on 3. 1, 2.
It's pulling me with its blowhole.
No. Grab onto me, please. Oh, we're both getting pulled back in. No.
She's inhaling.
Seems this whale's breath is strong.
Others, brother. Other brothers. And sister.
What are you?
We are the two-headed beast of fowl.
Beast of fowl.
Yes, gaze upon our wings.